Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel and to another episode of my sunscreen review series. Today we're going to be talking about not one, but two sunscreens from the brand MISSHA, which is a beauty and skincare brand. MISSHA is a Korean beauty and skincare brand that was founded in 2000, and they're known mostly for their BB cream. And by the way, MISSHA, if you happen to be watching this, us darker skinned complected women would love if you would extend the range on that, because I would love to try that. So I'm going to be giving you guys everything I do in my normal sunscreen review videos, my review, my demo, my final thoughts, and then at the end I'll actually give you my comparison of the two and which one I like better. So starting off with the first sunscreen, and that is the Soft Finish Sun Milk. It has an FPS rating of 50 and then PA+++. You can get it for around $20 and you're receiving 2.36 fluid ounces. This sunscreen is actually a combination sunscreen containing both homosalate and titanium dioxide. Homosalate is a chemical sunscreen and titanium dioxide is a mineral or physical sunscreen. Some notable ingredients include artemisia extract, which is really good for reducing the production of sebum. And it also has antibacterial properties. It also contains cinnamon extract, really good for inhibiting oxidation damage done by environmental free radicals. And this benefit really just helps the skin maintain its appearance. This sunscreen is described as a lightweight, fluid sunscreen that leaves skin feeling soft and silky to the touch, defends against UV damage and aging while nourishing skin with natural plant extracts for a smooth, hydrated complexion. Double UV blocking system provides impenetrable protection against sweat and water that still feels fresh on skin. Barely there look and feel, non-sticky, non-greasy, no white cast, and best sunscreen under makeup. And as you guys already know, I'm looking for three things when it comes to the perfect everyday sunscreen. Number one is that it doesn't break me out. Number two is that it wears well under makeup. And number three, that it doesn't have a white cast. So let's talk about the actual performance of this sunscreen. So first off, I found it to be very liquidy in texture, and it also did have a slight scent. Nothing too crazy, but that fragrance is definitely in there. Despite the fact that it was really liquidy, I found it a little bit difficult to rub out and, feel that I actually was covering all of my skin. I haven't had any issues with it breaking me out so far, and I've used it a handful of times. Unfortunately, I did experience a lot of pilling with this sunscreen in particular. It didn't matter what moisturizer I wore underneath it, and because of the dry down of this particular sunscreen, I don't feel comfortable using it as my moisturizer. It dried down to almost a satin matte texture on my skin, which actually felt really nice and soft, but did emphasize dry patches on my skin. And what didn't help is that this actually had kind of a bad white cast on my skin. I also have to mention, I really love the name and the packaging of this sunscreen in particular. In fact, I don't even think I showed it to you this whole time. The packaging is really nice and sleek. It's got this nice, beautiful purple pink lid to it, and it just looks really nice overall. Overall, the dry down and the white cast make this not my favorite, but I do think that if you don't mind the white cast and you have oily skin, you might really enjoy this sunscreen. All right, now let's switch gears to the other MISSHA sunscreen, and that is the all-around Safe Block Essence sunscreen. Now, this packaging is definitely a little bit more standard, just a typical squeezy tube type of situation here. This one has an SPF rating of 45 PA+++, and you can get it for $15 on Amazon, but it's actually on sale for about $10 on the MISSHA website. And this one, you're getting 1.69 fluid ounces, so even though it is a little bit cheaper than the Sun Milk, you are getting less product. This sunscreen is a chemical sunscreen with various chemical filters within it. Some other notable ingredients include camellia leaf extract, which possesses anti-aging and anti-inflammatory properties, cucumber fruit extract, which can help repair dry skin, as well as give it a smoother and softer appearance. And this is the description that's on the website. This light, hydrating formula shields skin, leaves a moisturized finish, and it helps provide a full spectrum of protection from aging UVA rays and burning UVB rays. It also helps deflect pollution and environmental aggressors. All-around Safe Block Essence Sun provides long-term improvement to skin texture and performance. It's hypoallergenic and safe for even the most sensitive skin, and it's recommended for dry or damaged skin. This sunscreen also has a scent to it. Just like the other sunscreen, it is on the lighter side, but it is still there. And I definitely don't notice it after I apply the sunscreen, and that goes for both sunscreens. I haven't had any issues with this sunscreen breaking me out, which is wonderful. And it has a very typical sunscreen lotion texture to it, so I had no problem blending it into my skin. I was a little bit nervous about it leaving a white cast, but I definitely don't think it leaves a white cast. And in fact, I'm actually wearing it today, and I didn't have any problems applying my makeup on top. and it actually ended up working out as a great makeup primer for me. When I think about comparing it to some of my other favorite sunscreens like the Bondi Sand sunscreen or the Black Girl Sunscreen Kids, I noticed that it's not quite as lotiony and shiny and dewy on the skin as those, but it also doesn't have quite a matte dry down or a semi-matte dry down as the Sun Milk that we talked about earlier. All right, so I think you can already figure out which one I like better, and that is the second one, the all-around safe Sun Essence. I think especially because I have dry skin, it just happens to work a little bit better for my texture and my skin conditions. I will say though, like I said earlier, I really like the Sun Milk packaging better. I think it looks a little bit more sleek and classy. The packaging really doesn't have an effect on the way that the product performs. It's just something I wanted to mention. So guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Would you prefer the Sun Milk one or would you prefer the Sun Essence one? Let me know down in the comments. All right guys, that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for coming back and supporting me on this channel and supporting my sunscreen review series. It really means the world to me and I just really appreciate you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and thanks for watching. Bye.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Yeah. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead.